Ah, yes, boycott. Boycott. We must boycott the stores. Don't go into those stores of those evil corporations. That's what we heard all last week. We're going to boycott. Yeah, we're going to show them. We're going to show Walmart who's boss. We're going to show Target. Mess with me, Folks, I don't understand the sense of triumph, the sense of victory, the arrogant, defiant attitude, and all of these people going on, Y'all boycott those stores. Don't you spend your money there. Well, you're kind of admitting you don't have any money to spend when you do that, first of all. And second of all, people didn't go to the store, but they sat at home in their pajamas, eating their leftover pumpkin pie, and ordering up a storm. And there's a lot of videos everywhere right now that's saying, the media's reporting the record sales and they're lying to you. Like, okay, you sitting in your house in Sheboygan or something, how do you actually know what happened other than what you saw on your little tiki-taki? Which is still the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't have a TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, but a lot of videos that run incorporate clips of other people's YouTube TikToks in their YouTube videos. But, geez, this whole thing about boycott. I boycotted since, I don't know, the middle 80s because I didn't have any money. I didn't go to stores and spend money credit cards. People, for all the people that are complaining about the economy, how bad it is, we're right now a total of 1.23 trillion dollars in credit card debt in this country right now. And people that just got to spend money, I don't know why. I really don't have anything I want to buy. I don't spend money. I bank money. I keep money. I pay ahead on bills and stuff. That's what I do with my money. But, of course, that's me. I'm an old man and I'm very financially responsible. So, yeah, I don't actually spend a whole lot of money. And that comes from a life of being poor. When I was a young kid, like 6th grade, 5th grade into 6th grade, I wore the same shoes all of 5th grade and half of 6th grade. In like prime child growing years when my feet were getting bigger and I was getting bigger. Nope, there was no money to buy shoes. There just wasn't. So my mother went out and bought me longer and longer laces and opened up the whatever you call the piece of the shoe where the shoelace holes are. The hole part, let's call them the holes part. And spread them as wide as she could. And remember, we didn't wear tennis shoes all the time like now. This was in the 50s and 60s. And we wore regular leather shoes. And when the soles wore through, she would take scissors and some cardboard and cut out an insole for the shoe and wrap it in like plastic wrap, saran wrap kind of stuff. So when I had to walk on those worn out shoes, my socks didn't get soaked, or my socks didn't get destroyed. But so I grew up in those times. I grew up with parents that grew up during the Depression in 1929. So they learned to not spend anything, to never throw anything away. And even now, at my advanced years, I don't throw things away. If there's any chance, I might need it in the future. For example, broke a shoelace on one of my sneakers, went out and bought a pair of shoelaces, came home, changed them, threw away the broken one, but that one that was still good, I didn't throw that one away. That was something I could possibly use in the future. Then came a day that I had to solder something, and I needed a way to tie a circuit board back out of the way and hold it there so I could solder the joint that needed to be resoldered. Go into my junk closet, opened up my drawer there, and there was the shoelace. I tied that circuit board out of my way and did the job I had to do, put the shoelace back. Those are the little silly things that I learned to do from Depression parents. And people need to start remembering those kind of things because, I don't know, like it or not, I think we're kind of headed there again. We're watching a lot of these bigger companies just keep laying people off. One video I saw, there's a 15,000 employee layoff coming at Verizon. If it's not already happened, I don't remember the date on it. And the thing about it is Verizon's probably not going to lose a whole lot in their operation. So how many of those jobs were actually just people walking around with their boy band hipster haircuts and trying to convince people they need to buy 4 lines for some reason? Yeah, I watched the commercials for the new iPhone 17, not sponsored. And they don't want to say it's $100 a month. They want to say it's 4 lines at just $25 per month. I'm all by myself here. I don't need 4 lines. I barely use the phone I have. Scammers call me on it. That's about it. Wrong numbers occasionally. But people that know me in my small circle of friends, they know you either text me or you email me. You don't be calling me. I don't have time to sit and talk on the phone. I'm busy doing nothing. That's what it comes down to. I don't do anything anymore. But as far as all the shopping goes, I buy one Christmas gift every year for one of my best friends, and that's it. And that was done in October, and I'm done with it. Put it on a credit card. The credit card got paid for at the end of October, and I'm not in the hole for it. I'm not part of that $1.23 trillion of credit card debt. But yeah, I mean, even the projections of the Gen Z children that's what they're going to spend this year. I guess they interviewed people. I don't know, but the average spend on Christmas this year for them was $850. Now, would there be much harm for you to go to your friends and say, hey, why don't we take a year off of Christmas and take the money we'd spend and maybe pay some of our debt down? Because, I mean, refer to me pointing out we're getting kind of close to the Depression again. And I don't know why people aren't being more aware and planning ahead. They think they're putting Walmart and Target and Amazon and Best Buy out of business by not going in there on Black Friday. You didn't. They'll be there tomorrow. They'll continue laying people off because your gleeful little boycott, if you want to call it that, is just telling them that they need less people. So more people are going to lose their jobs. There'll be more layoffs, and then, more people without an income, and the downward spiral continues. They're as funny to me as the ones that say, I'm going to buy local. I'm going to buy local. Yeah. I need a new grill, and I'm going to buy local. Well, okay. Fred the grill guy down the street, do you think he makes those grills? Really? Do you think he makes those grills? He calls a supplier, just like Walmart does, or Home Depot does, or whoever sells grills. I don't even know. And they buy them, they get them shipped to them, and they resell them to you with a markup. So I don't know what the point is that you're proving. You want to pay more for everything? That's on you. Now I got other things to do. So I don't see what you're gaining by the buy local thing. I don't get it. I mean, you don't have the purchasing power that a Walmart or a Home Depot or a Lowe's has on those grills that you're looking to buy, or your riding lawnmower or whatever. So you're really not hurting anybody other than your own wallet when you're paying more for a product just to have some sort of bizarre self-satisfaction about buying local. There's so many things we have. I mean, and I'm a bit of a consumer myself. I mean, I got 3 TVs here. Most of the time I watch TV on that computer over there, on one of the monitors. I mean, I was a victim of that consumer mentality for a really long time. Oh, I got to get the latest phone, because you know what? The next model, they're going to have the headphone jack on the top. Wow. Yeah. And I guess phones, the improvements in them are faster CPUs, but with faster CPUs comes more battery life, so you got to have a bigger battery, which makes the phone a little bigger and a little heavier. And of course now it's not the same size as your old phone, so you got to buy that $40 case. And it is really a racket. The people feeding the consumerism, that all these people that want to have that dopamine hit of the joy of buying something. I don't get it, really. Of course, now, as I've said in many of my videos, I am the hermit's hermit. You'll never see anybody less interested in going out and socializing than I am. I don't care. I don't go to movies. I don't go to concerts. I don't go anywhere. Everything I need is right here in this house. And part of what I need is sleeping behind me under a desk. So, holidays to me, I mean, Thanksgiving is just a Thursday in November, and Christmas is just a day in December. It doesn't matter to me. My friend and I that I will exchange gifts with, it's like my closest pal, and former co-worker. We've known each other many years, and it's just a symbolic thing. We don't try to outdo each other. We don't like gauge, well, this is how much he spent on me last year, so now I gotta beat that by $10 this year. That kind of childish nonsense, you grow out of that. But it's just so much fun to watch these videos, and I just can't get over the happy smirks on the faces of these people. Yep, we did it. We showed them. We boycotted. Oh, honey, hush. Really, just grow up. You didn't do anything. So yeah, it's a phenomenon. This sense of boycott and this thought that you're somehow sticking it to the man. I never understood any of that boycotting, protesting. What do you think you're winning? I mean, really, what do you think you're winning? It's I go back to the early 80s. In fact, it was probably 1980. I don't know if she was girlfriend then or wife. It was wife 2.0, also ex-wife 2.0, but she was involved with this musicians against something. It was called Musicians United Against. It was about nuclear power. And the only reason that she really got involved in it was because she liked Jackson Browne, and Jackson Browne made it his cause. So we went to this thing, lasted 3 hours. The crowd got there like 45 minutes late, and it wasn't much, it was 60, 70 people. And they're walking around and they're yelling out their slogans, and there's nobody there. There's no media. There was no TV cameras, no radio stations, nobody but the protesters. They made signs and they were running around with the signs, and it was actually ridiculous, to be honest. And when that was all done, it was time to leave. We got in the car and I looked at her and I said, okay, now tell me, what exactly do you think you accomplished today? Oh, you had to send our message to who? To who? You didn't send your message to anybody. There was no media here. Nobody knew you were here but the 60 or so people that were here. Make it a big to-do about something you have absolutely no control over. Nobody cared that you were here. Just like nobody cared that there weren't doorway brawls at the front of the Walmarts and punches thrown over the latest trendy doll. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. But you know what? Think like you won something. Think like you're a victor. You know, the victor without the spoils. Because if you didn't buy anything, then no, you didn't win anything. It was good to see some of the videos, watching how the stores. One girl, and the best example was a pair of shoes. They were $49. She bought a pair of those shoes a week earlier. So she remembered the shoes, she remembered the price. She went to the store on Black Friday, looked at the shoes. There was a sticker on those shoes that said they were $179. Oh no, she paid $79 for them, that's right. But the new sticker said they were $179 with a line drawn through it, and on the bottom on a red background was $129. So if you were just to look at that sticker, you'd say, oh, these were $179, they're marked down $50. And she, on camera, peeled the top of that sticker back, and there was the original $79 price. There were, I must have seen 75 to 100 examples of that. One tool in a Home Depot was $89, and it was same thing with a sticker, $129 marked down to $109, and you peeled off the back. The original sticker said it was $89. That's what they did this year. They lied to their consumers. They marked everything up so they could make it appear that they were giving you a break, and in fact, they actually marked the items up as Black Friday deals. So extremely, extremely dishonorable move. I mean, how can a store expect any loyalty from a fan base and when they're doing stuff like that? That's the most disgusting thing I can think of, is to actually flat out lie to your customers that way. Talk about dishonorable and disreputable. But all I buy at Walmart is food, and I don't even go to the store. I order online, I go pick it up. It's 6 miles away from home. There's a dog park on the way, so I make the pickup time in a way that we stop at the dog park for a half hour on the way to the Walmart, except when it's like 25 degrees like it was here today. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to enjoy holidays this year. For me, I don't care. I haven't enjoyed them in decades because I don't really celebrate them. I do have a little tiny Christmas tree that's one of those fiber optic things, and I have a little stand for it, and it's a very tongue-in-cheek joke that I decorate for Christmas because it takes me like 5 minutes to set the whole thing up. There used to be a time when I had a tiny little snow globe the size of a golf ball with a snowman in it, and I'd shake the snow up and I'd set it down and quickly take a picture while the snow was settling, and that was my Christmas decorations. That little stupid snow globe that somebody sent me to actually help me with the joke. But yeah, I sprung for a fiber optic tree a couple years back. People have taken pictures of dogs passed and using some machine, what's it called? A Cricket, I think. Again, not sponsored. I don't have sponsors. I'd never have a sponsor. First of all, I don't have enough followers to have a sponsor. And even the whole monetized thing, I'll never tell you to make sure you use this VPN. No, I don't care what you do. Use it, don't use it. I'm not here to teach you about computers or sell you software. So I don't have any interest in any of that. But yeah, the Christmas tree thing, I'll set it up tomorrow, and then I'll be all decorated for Christmas. And January 2nd, I'll take it down. Take it back downstairs in one trip down the steps, and everything's put away until next year. But again, that's just me. So all right, I'm going to get out of here. I went on long enough about this. It was just so funny, actually ludicrous to see how happy these people were that the stores weren't full. All you're doing is saying ain't nobody got no money. Come on. You happy about that? Happy about how many people have lost jobs and aren't going to have Christmas? Okay, I don't know why you'd find joy in that. I mean, when people say things like, I don't know, do the young kids still say throwing shade at somebody? I wonder if any one of them even knows the origin of that. The German word is for the German word for you taking pleasure in somebody else's misfortune or misery is Schadenfreude, and that's where shade came from. So, okay. Anyway, time to watch a football game. Night, everybody.